Don't talk to him. Court calls the case, People versus Thomas Styron.
I'm Stein, the living man. I'm here by special appearance to address this matter.
I'm sorry?
So I'm Thomas Styron, the living man, not Thomas Ulrich Styron, the entity you know me as, or as I'm in my papers. I'm here to address the matter.
All right. Thank you.
This courtroom is not your average traffic ticket scene. Today, you're about to watch two back-to-back defendants test a Michigan judge's patience with classic sovereign citizen-style arguments. If you've ever wondered what happens when someone tells a judge, "I'm not the defendant, I'm the living man," this is it.
You wish to be represented by an attorney, sir?
No, I'm here to address the appropriate persona.
All right. I do have to advise, so you're going to represent, you need to stand in the middle of the podium where he's telling you to stand. Now, I want to cooperate and handle things. He wanted you in the middle of the podium where you're supposed to be. If you don't want to be there, then say, no, I'm telling you now to do it.
If you want me to stand close to the mic, no problem.
Sir, you want to play a game with me?
No.
Not today. Mr. Allen, take him. We'll bring him back out when he wants to cooperate.
This first guy, Thomas Styron, starts off with a "I'm here by special appearance" routine. Notice how the judge gives him multiple chances to just follow a simple instruction: stand at the podium. Instead, Styron escalates. This is why sovereign-style antics backfire. You can't even get to your hearing before the judge cuts you off and orders you taken out.
I don't know that we're going to be doing all that, but let me ask you something. On the Styron matter, I sent my bailiff back to get him to bring him back out. The court is of the understanding that defendant number one is being, I will say, uncooperative, has purposely done some things to make it difficult to bring him out. What I'm going to do at this point in time, we're not going to wait and not going to play his game. We will hear him next week because of his behavior today before the court. At this point, I will revoke his bond and I will adjourn the probable cause conference. He certainly poses a risk to even bring him out. So I will adjourn this out to May 2nd.
And here's the price. The judge instantly revokes his bond. No shouting match, no theatrics, just a cold procedural hammer. This is a real-life consequence. By refusing to cooperate, Styron loses freedom and gets pushed back another week.
I am Tariq Samaritari Kade, the executor of the Tariq Samaritari Kade Living Trust and the registered owner of the Tariq Samaritari Kade Ex Relatione Kingdom Wilson Estate.
Right. So you are appearing here without an attorney. I do have to advise you that you are charged with the offense of fleeing and eluding in the third degree under the Motor Vehicle Code. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court costs. Additionally, the Secretary of State could suspend your driving privileges for up to a year. Do you understand that, sir?
I comprehend.
Do you understand?
I comprehend.
The court has to further advise you that if you wish to be represented by counsel, the court would ensure that counsel would be appointed to represent you in this matter, and that you would have counsel if you could not afford to hire counsel yourself. I also wish to advise you that the court would be treating you the same as it would the people in this case. There are certain dangers to representing yourself in this matter, in that you will be required to abide by the Michigan court rules, the Michigan rules of evidence, and all of the cases and statutory requirements. You understand that?
I do not.
You do. What is it about that you do not understand?
It's against my religion to adhere or to assimilate to any statutory.
Sir, I'm not asking anything about your religion. It is irrelevant to me. I am indicating that in this proceeding, you will be required to abide by the rules of this court. Do you understand that?
Enter defendant number 2. Tarek mixes trust law, indigenous rights, and religious objections to claim the court has no authority over him. You can hear the judge's patience wearing thin. She's not mocking him. She's dismantling each point with hard facts. The only perspective that matters is mine. That's a power line.
I'm having a hard time understanding why or how religion doesn't play a role. If
How what?
how religion does not play a role.
Religion does not play a role in what I do or what this court does. There are certain rules of this court established by the legislature and the Michigan Supreme Court regarding how these particular proceedings will be conducted. These proceedings will be conducted in accord with those rules. Do you understand that, sir?
Well, according to the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as the international or the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the state and the governments should.
Sir, you have no authority for what you're about to state because what you're about to state is incorrect.
Oh, I am an indigenous person.
No,
so I do have,
sir, what you're about to state is incorrect.
well,
If you were on indigenous lands, if that's where you're going, then maybe you might be right. As it stands right now, this proceeding is not on indigenous land.
well, that's a matter of perspective, sir.
It is, and the only perspective that's going to matter on that is mine. We are not on indigenous lands subject to indigenous or tribal rules.
Is there
You
a
are
law?
subject to the rules of the Michigan Supreme Court as they are promulgated, both in terms of procedure and evidence. Do you understand that that's what's happening, sir?
This is the pivot point. When someone keeps refusing to acknowledge the rules, a judge can't just proceed. They have to ensure competency. It's not punishment, it's a safeguard. But Tara tries to bargain, asking the judge and prosecutors to also take a competency test. That's not how it works.
I have to assume that there may be some reason why you don't understand. This court will take precautions to protect your rights, and I will be sending you for a competency evaluation to make sure that you are competent to stand trial and to stand in these proceedings.
Well, I would agree to a competency if the prosecution as well as the court and the officers agree to take a competency.
That's not the way it works. You don't get to make the rules.
I'm not.
I'm ordering a competency.
I'm not making.
Defendant is ordered for a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing in this matter for July 25th, 2024. At what time? At 9 a.m. Now, sir, I'm going to ask you this
Yes, sir.
because it's going to depend on where you may be. If they send you information as to when you have your forensic interview,
Yes, sir.
are you going to cooperate and attend that interview?
Under threat and duress.
The judge hits him with the bottom line. We're playing by my rules, not yours. This is the theme of the whole hearing. Courtrooms run on structure, and the sovereign approach is the opposite of structure. By the end, the judge continues his bond, but basically freezes his motion until he's found competent.
Is that your address, sir?
Excuse me. That's correct.
All right. All right. Very good.
And so I will send a copy to that address.
Very good. All right. This time then bond is continued.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry. Can I get that date again, please, sir? If I can put it in my calendar.
July 25th. You were supposed to, so I'm assuming you're waiving it. You were supposed to file your motion with.
I
the
did.
court.
I filed it.
When did you file it?
I brought it in today. I gave it. I mean, it was stamped and everything. I gave it to the reception.
Why didn't you file it before today?
Well, as I stated at the last hearing,
No, don't go through what you
we.
stated at the last hearing.
Well, you
You
asked.
knew that, no, you knew it was supposed to be filed before the day. Young man, you're gonna
That's it.
figure out something. We're playing by my rules, not yours. So you do not say anything because you're gonna figure that out real soon. I'm sending you for a competency. I can't hear that. I can't hear it motion in any event. So I won't hear his motion at this time. He'll have to refile it timely if he's determined to be competent. So I'll have his bond continue. He can go.
What you just saw is the real-world limit of sovereign tactics. No matter how you style it, living man, indigenous trust, religious exemption, judges have one job: keep control of the courtroom and follow the law. And as this case shows, they'll calmly, methodically shut down every loophole you think you found.